Good morning, and thank you to the Escondido Chamber of Commerce and the Escondido Charitable Foundation for sponsoring today's event. I would also like to thank Mr. Smith, Mr. Selstrom, and Mrs. Vanderwerker for this nomination. It truly means so much to me and all that I have accomplished. Less than a month ago, my mother passed away from stage 4 breast cancer. This school year, I focused on academic growth, becoming career-oriented, and most importantly, making my mother proud. So, I hope you're listening, Mom, because this speech is for you. And I want to let you know that my journey of making you proud begins the day that changed your life forever, because it changed all of ours too. I have cancer, you said. It was my 12th birthday. I feared asking the questions swirling in my mind. Did cancer mean you would die? Who would take care of me? I shut down emotionally. Your golden hair became painful, falling out in handfuls. I remember when you begged my sister and I to cut it out. I took deep breaths. As chunks of your hair fell to the floor, I ran and fell to the bedroom floor to hide my tears. There, I was sheltered from the grueling physical and emotional pain you endured. When I had the courage to interact with you, it was clear to me that the mother I once knew was slowly disappearing. What would it mean to me? There was only one option. I had to save you, but how? Over the next 6 years, your resilient journey battling cancer illuminated my path to success. Thankfully, you found resources to help me understand your cancer while validating my feelings. You enrolled me in Camp Kesem, an organization helping children cope with their parents' cancer. I received support from camp leaders and bonded with peers. The experience was so transformative, changing my perspective from living in fear to taking action through service. When you began clinical trials because your standard treatments failed, I no longer felt helpless. I became a counselor in training and showed campers compassion as they shared sorrowful stories. This solidified my desire to beat your cancer. I volunteered at their annual gala, speaking about your journey to doctors, donors, and community members. This summer, I'll participate in my last year as a counselor in training and will volunteer during college as an official Camp Kesem counselor. Mom, thank you for your support as I struggled to understand your cancer and discover my career path. You were open-minded when I centered my AP Art portfolio on your cancer diagnosis through the stages of a butterfly. I used photography and digital media, subjects that you taught your own students. I was the only student district-wide to score a perfect 5 that year. In science classes, I learned about cancer's behavior at the cellular level and became a gene therapist, observing cancer through gene lineage. I read about the controversial immortal cells of Henrietta Lacks, or HeLa cells, and how her cells transform gene mapping, DNA testing, and chemotherapies. I remember your surprise when I told you that the clinical trial you enrolled in used her exact cells. You inspired me to choose a science-related major and pursue a biomedical career. I discovered another interest after joining the International Business Club, DECA, or the Distributive Education Clubs of America, which motivated me to consider a business career. You taught me the fundamentals of marketing and public speaking, which helped me later gain experience as the San Pasqual Vice President of Marketing, Del Lago President, and an international DECA member and competition qualifier. I realized the advantages of having expertise in both business and science. You pushed me to fly to Arizona by myself and attend the week-long Burton Family Foundation academic opportunity at Arizona State University. I performed medical practices, many of which you experienced in your own health journey, such as suturing, intubations, surgery, and orthopedic and physical therapy procedures. I was thankful to you and Allie, my stepdad, for inspiring me to intern at a local middle school, mentoring neurodiverse students, and collaborating with you on a video about the Season for Nonviolence. This was special since I watched you create that video for your middle school community year after year. As I researched universities, I found the ProFreak program at University of California, Berkeley, where I could obtain business and biology degrees. I was ecstatic to receive early acceptance to Cal and humbled to learn that I was in the top 1% of students to receive early admission. It was amazing for you to finally receive good news. Unfortunately, just days after you shared that your cancer had spread and you were beginning hospice, I began an independent study to spend time with you during your final days. My teachers like Mr. Selstrom and Mrs. Vanderwerker were supportive during this difficult time, and I was finally to fulfill your dying wish of attending my graduation by planning a surprise at-home ceremony with you, our family, my athletic coaches, and assistant principal, Mr. Smith. Mom, although you aren't able to join us physically today, I know your spirit will always be a part of who I am. I'm also thankful to my family, friends, and SPHS staff for supporting me during this time of crisis. As I reflect on how helpless I felt as a middle schooler processing your initial diagnosis, I am proud of how much I have matured. I feel empowered to impact the world by positively influencing the medical field, public health, and cancer research at a global level, making sure that your legacy lives on through my lifelong work. Thank you once again for this nomination and award. I love you, Mom.